Explorers, and welcome back to Pip Explores. This week I'm going to be talking about my top 3 things that I've learned over the last 7 years. So in the fall of 2012, I think, I went on my very first ever real wild caving trip with my university grotto. I've got this lovely photo as a memento of my time there. And recently I went back into that same cave that I did on my first trip, and we saw way more cave this time, and we caved harder. And it just got me thinking about what I've learned in the caving world in the last several years. So the first thing that I learned was how to actually dress for caving. On like intro trips, you get this very generalized idea, like you want tough outer layers, probably something synthetic, get some boots, get a helmet. And you don't really learn how to fine tune what you're wearing and what you like to wear until you've been caving a while. It was so funny because I always carry an extra like long sleeve, just like cotton t-shirt in my pack just in case. And I had put it on and like walked across this room in it, and I was like, I'm dying of heat right now. And it was so crazy because when I first started caving, that's what I would cave in. I would put on like a t-shirt, a long sleeve shirt, a flannel, some jeans. It was a lot of cotton. It was overall a bad time. And I've learned like the benefits of having synthetic, and my body's kind of adjusted so that I run a little hotter now. And I have synthetic pants even, like I don't wear jeans. I wear pants that are made of a synthetic material so that when I end up hips deep in some water, once I'm out of the water, it dries so much faster. And realizing just how far I've come and just what I'm wearing underground is absolutely insane. The second big thing I've learned is how to actually pack food for a caving trip. And I'm going to do a video in a couple of weeks, and I'll put the link in the description when I do that, about the best types of food to take caving and why those are good and what type of energy you need and all that stuff. But when I first started caving, my cave snack was literally a quart-sized bag of peanuts. And I took that and water, and I was like, yeah, this is fine. Maybe throw a Cosmic Brownie in there. And now while I still do take a Cosmic Brownie, I can't believe that I survived on that. Like, I would just like throw peanuts in my mouth and like chew it up until it tasted like peanut butter and swallow it. Like, who does that? So something I've learned is how to pack better food for myself, how to pack food that's gonna last and be delicious and give me energy while I'm caving. And that is just absolutely amazing because, again, I started out carrying a sandwich baggie full of peanuts. 10 out of 10, would not recommend. And the third big thing that I've learned is I've actually learned how to like read a cave map and understand where I'm going and find new passages. We went back into the same cave system, but we were looking for a completely different passage. But it was so cool because on my first trip, you could have handed me a cave map and I'd been like, I don't know what this is. I'd never seen that before. And now my friend and I were looking at the map being like, okay, this is where we are. This is that passage. This is that passage. So learning like how to read a cave map and how caves work and how the water levels inside caves affects different things that you can do, and just learning about caves. I cannot be more thankful for all that I've learned, and I know that I still have tons and tons of stuff to learn, but I do think that it's kind of cool to just take a minute, step back, and think about where we've come from. I went from somebody wearing jeans and a flannel shirt with over a t-shirt, carrying a bag of peanuts, unable to find my way out. Even if you were like, it's that way, still wouldn't be able to do it. To somebody who leads trips, who can help new people find clothing, who knows what type of clothing I like. I know personally I'm not a coverall person, and I wouldn't have known that if I hadn't been caving for the last 7+ years. And I just think that's really cool. So that is all I have for this week, guys. I just wanted to share my 3 biggest learning revelations that I had this last weekend while I was caving, and just maybe take a moment and think about what you did on your first caving trip that now you would never do. What's something embarrassing that you've done inside the cave, and how have you learned about caving in the last X number of years that you've been lucky enough to have this as a hobby. If you're new around here and you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We have new videos every single week, every single Tuesday. We are on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, all at Pip Explores. Don't forget to check out the website at pipexplores.com, and we will see you next week. Bye, guys.